Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So I know I said that I wouldn't really be doing much in the way of card making, but I am still going through my stash. I am still trying to use up as much as possible, and my last proper video we did a pad smash using one of the Paper Boutique card making kits, and we're going to carry on doing that. So this one here, I don't have loads of this left, but this is the Christmas Cuties, I think it was called, and we have the like toppers, we have the normal coloured cardstock, and we have the patterned paper here as well. I think this was the pad last year that I did a bunch of Christmas stuff with, so I didn't have tons of stuff left with this, but this little series is going to be cut down into 3 parts just to make them a little bit shorter, just so they aren't sort of as long. So the first little bit, we are just trimming down basically everything that we've got in this kit. So I'm cutting out all of the toppers. You can see I'm cutting out the strips here. In this video, we're going to be making some 6x6 cards. So we're going to be doing some sort of basic cards making in this video, and then we're going to be trying to use up more of our scraps of what we've got left in the following videos. So again, yeah, just cutting everything up. So the same as what I did in the last video was with the Porty Time, I think it was called. It was one with the dogs. It was the birthday ones with the dogs. Yeah, so with those ones again, I cut down the toppers and I took 1/8 of an inch off each of the sides to make them a little bit smaller. So then when I cut my plain paper to mat and layer these, I could literally just cut these into 4 squares, and I wouldn't be wasting anything, because if I just cut these ones down to be 4x4 inches, then I'd only get one mat and layer for the topper from each 8x8 piece of paper. So I'm cutting 1/8 of an inch off each of these, just so, yeah, we can sort of use as much as possible. What I would really love to know, because obviously I do still have a lot of these paper kits left to try and sort of smash and go through. Do you want to see all of this little bit? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to see me kind of cutting everything up and kind of planning, or do you want to just see I've done everything, here it is, and we're going to get into making the cards? So let me know what you prefer in the comment section down below. But like I said, I've cut this up into 3 parts just so each of these videos aren't going to be kind of too long. I am filming completely differently now to what I was doing. This is just on my phone, and I actually think the quality is pretty good. I do have a new microphone that plugs into my phone, so I can just sort of edit all of that. So let me know what the quality of the sound is like as well. That would be brilliant, just so I can make sure that everything is is going good. So you can see here I've got scraps and things. I do show you at the end of what I have left, and I do have some pieces left over, probably enough to make some more cards, to be honest. But I kind of did 3 sessions of this, and I was sort of happy with what I made. So I'm going to put everything back to one side, and we can revisit it sort of later on down the road, just to really see what we can create with this. So I've cut all of my toppers, I've taken all of my plain cardstock out, and what I'm doing is just matching up the backing colours to what I want for these toppers, and then it means I'm not cutting up every single piece of plain coloured card. It means that I'm just cutting up literally what I need for these toppers, so not to kind of go ahead and waste too much. I can use this then for other projects, and I do have some of the full sheets left over, some of that sort of black colour and like the darker sort of like blue grey colour we've got left. So yeah, we do have some. I have got an idea for a card that we could do for a design, but yeah, I think I might wait till next time. I've got a lot of stuff to go through, and I'm just happy to be using the majority of this kit. The worst thing you can do is buy it and just sort of put it to one side and not use it. I've done, like I said, I really can't remember what I did last year with this kit, but I know I did some stuff with it. So, it's nice that I've been able to do those projects, and we're going to create in a bunch of cards here as well. So if you want to guess, again, in the comment section down below, if you want to guess how many cards we make in total, again, I'll be revealing that in the 3rd video. So again, just going through, cutting everything down, and then yeah, just matching it up, putting it to one side, and then going ahead and gluing them. So like I say in all my videos where I'm doing sort of multiple cards, I do this as batch making. So I do kind of one activity at a time and work through it that way. It's just how I've gone about this kind of thing for years now, and for me personally, I find it the best way. just get all of one sort of activity done, one part of it done, and then move on to the next, rather than sort of making one complete card and then having to go right back to the beginning. For me personally, I just think it works a lot better. It goes a lot quicker. And yeah, you can kind of just get into the zone with this, really. So I did say I wasn't really doing much in the way of card making. I have sold a lot of my stuff. I need to go through and see if I've got anything left to sell as well. But I'm trying to condense down my room. I'm trying to fit everything into my big Billy bookcase. And that's going to be moving down into the dining room when the dining room gets redone eventually. So just kind of trying to go through everything and sort of see what I've got left. So that the paper kits that I've got, yeah, I absolutely do want to just go through them and kind of, yeah, just condense everything. I've got a lot of like coloured cards, but I've got them in loads of different places. So I've got like the Tonic Studio, I've got some new stuff that I'd bought. I had hunky dory stuff as well, but yeah, everything is sort of just collated back down together, which is quite nice. So if you want to see when I have finished, you know, moving the entire room into just a single cabinet, then I can make a video on that. But I have been thinking about what I want to do with the future of my channel, and I would like to carry on making videos. Again, most of it will probably be through my phone and hopefully this microphone if it's good quality. But I've really been getting into sewing recently. So I've just been making a puff blanket, like a quilt. I want to make some soft finishings for Florence's room as well. I'm going to have a go at, yeah, just different patchwork, different quilting things, and just some different projects. I did textiles when I was in school. I did it at GCSE and A level. So that's really kind of where, you know, my love for being creative and making stuff really started. So it's sort of nice to go back to that a little bit. So I might do more of that. I might kind of open up my channel a little bit more to not just be about paper crafting, but to be a little bit more about crafting, being creative generally, whether that's a bit of gardening, a bit of cooking, again, card making, whether that's sewing, knitting, whatever that might look like. I might just, yeah, be a bit more broad on what I share videos on, and then maybe each week do something like have like a task or something, like challenge myself to do something every single week that is different, and then post sort of a video about that. So I don't want to kind of stay like niche down into card making like I have been for so long. I would like to try and yeah, just kind of broaden my creativity a little bit. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. But that's sort of where I'm thinking about kind of heading with that. So you can see I cut down my patterned paper as well. And again, I'm just matching that up with the plain cardstock to see what I want to pair with what, because I don't want to put like the blue with the snowflake background because I think it's just going to be too kind of matchy. So with this, I was making 6x6 inch cards, but I think they were a little bit lower than that, a little bit smaller. So I think they ended up being about 5 3/4, something like that. So my patterned paper, I think I cut it to 5 1/4 inch squared, and then my plain coloured card, I cut that down to 5 1/2, I believe, and it gave me a slightly bigger border of the white card. But I really liked how these turned out. They are quite simple, and I think with a kit like this, a really great place to start is by kind of cutting it down to be whole panels and making whole cards, and then kind of worry about your scraps and what you've got left over sort of afterwards. For me personally, I just think that's a good way to kind of go with it, because you can make a whole batch of cards and then you kind of, because that's almost easy because you've got your toppers, you've got your sentiments in the pack, everything matches. It's kind of easy to start there, and then it gets a little bit, not more difficult, but you have to really think a little bit more about how you're going to use up your scraps to make more cards or other projects. And again, the next 2 videos I've got are sort of doing that, are showing you how we are going to be creating some little patchworks and little scraps, patterned paper, so we're going to make whole sheets, and then yeah, make some really nice cards with it. So you can see we've got that slightly bigger white border, but I think it's quite nice actually. And I really love this kit. It's super cute. I'm not, again, 100% sure what I'm going to do with all these cards. I might take them down the community centre. I might take them to the local primary school maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's nice to just use up this kit that I've had here, and not to mention then all of the new stuff that I had bought. Let me know if you did go and buy anything off that website. I can't remember what it's called now. Creative Life or so, God, I can't remember what it was called. Whoever makes the paper boutique, let me know if any of you did go and actually buy any of the bits and pieces that were like 88p, 90p. That's really what spurred me on again to use up these kits. And some of them, I know I got one and I've got absolutely tons of stuff, so I'm probably going to end up having to buy more card bases to get this done. Yeah, it's going to take a little while with that. I think it's like a Bohemian one that I've got. But anyway, back to these. So again, I'm matching up my toppers with the cards, the patterned paper, and the background I want to put them on. And you see now I'm going to add this on with foam. So because I started making my cake toppers, I bought the Chloe's Creative Cards 2mm foam roll on, and so I already had the 3mm, and they were always just a little bit thick for what I liked, to be honest. So I did go ahead and buy this. You can find it on a website. I think in the end, I think it was like £18, and you had to pay a little bit of delivery because that was all I bought. But yeah, these ones with the 2mm is definitely where I prefer to be with a foam pad, and they've got a really easy peel off back as well. Yeah, I absolutely love using these. So this will be the foam of choice, and we're just going to add these on off camera. I do add some Nuvo drops, which I'll show you in the last video, just a little bit up closer. I don't really have the space to kind of be doing it on camera and then like moving them to one side really without obviously ruining them. So yeah, just a little bit of extra detail on to the card just to finish it off. I literally do 3 dots up in the top left hand corner, and that's really going to finish these cards off. Like I said, it's a lot easier to begin with making proper cards, so cutting it down to the sizes you want it to be, and really just kind of going from there. I really love this kit. I haven't seen that they're bringing out any new stuff, so I don't know if they're still going or not, but I do really love these kits where you have the toppers, you have the patterned paper and the coloured card as well, and everything just matches, all the colours match. So if you want some really simple, easy little card making sessions and that, you've got your sentiments here as well. I think it just works really nicely, and because I had so many of these sentiments, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep all the sentiments, I think, when I finish each of the kits, and I'm just going to keep them all together because they'll come in handy in the future. Doesn't really matter what color they are, but they will come in handy. So I'm definitely going to keep all of those if I don't keep anything else from the kits. So I'm just chopping these down. I'm actually going to put these on the inside, so it's not something that I always do, decorating the inside or putting a sentiment on the inside, but I thought we've got so many sentiments here. You've got the thicker ones, you've got pages where you have like 3 columns, and they're like the smaller strip ones. So absolutely tons. And don't forget with these as well, you do have the relations as well. So if you want to personalize them further, then you can do that as well. So that is the cards for this particular video. Like I said, I got 2 more. I've broken it up into 2 more sections, and those ones we're getting a little more creative in what we can do with our scraps. So definitely check out those videos. They'll be going up in the next couple of days. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on those, and really just to see sort of what craftiness that I'm going to be getting up to. I will also be changing the name of this channel as well, be going from Paper Ink Stamp to JR Creations, because it's a little bit more generic, I think, for a sort of crafty channel. But these are all the cards we made in today's video, so let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.